and we will wait. 12 o'clock. I am hungry. I have food ready. All right. Let's see who watch me. What up? What's up, everybody? Yeah, here we are. We are on. I have to turn on the energy like quick because I'm dying right now. So let's see if I can watch me. I'm gonna try and put myself on so I can see me and then read some of the comments as well too. There you go. Turn the volume down on this. All the way down. There you go. What's up? Cool. All right, this is cool. Everybody's on. Hey, what's up? Anyway, guys, so I'm gonna try and read through the comments. So I'm doing a video today, just live. Want to give you guys some diet tips, how to stay satiated, and give you guys an inside look of what I've been doing for prep and how I've been able to kind of stay sane this entire time. So, yes, thank you. I'm looking at both of these here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. How do I bulk without size S? All right, so if you guys give me a minute, like save some questions. I'm gonna try and answer. So I'm only gonna do this for like 30 minutes because like you guys know me, I got I can easily just talk for hours. So um biggest thing I'm gonna give you guys advice right now is it's like simple math, simple math, and being able to count calories, and then understanding how to fit all these things in to make it make your meals look massive. So I gotta make a meal soon anyway. I'm gonna show you some things that I've been using throughout prep that's been helping me a lot, right? Let me take some time to answer some of these right now. You guys are on it. Jesus. Need the chef. I do need a chef hat. I'm getting one soon. I'm trying. I'm trying to get a chef hat. All right. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. First of all, guys, thank you for all the support. I really honestly feel like I'm doing a prep with all of you guys. Like literally every one of you. I feel like this is like, we're all in this prep together. So we're gonna hit it off. We got 5.5 weeks left to the Tampa Pro, and weight's coming off. Um, I'm not gonna say nothing about that show. I'm gonna bring my best in for this show, and that's all that matters. But I saw that in conditioning, whatever. Anyway, so check it out. So I'm gonna give you guys some advice right now. So here's a couple things I've been doing this whole entire prep. So you guys are wondering like how I make, how what my what I use for food, products and whatnot. So I'm gonna give you a little wander over to my cupboard here. All right. I don't have the this on, but whatever. So this is a couple things I've found that are like literally the best products ever. So I'm gonna bring a few of these out. There's one, two. What else we got here? Oh, here's another one too. I gotta get this. Okay, so here's one thing here. So this is, if you guys haven't tried it yet, I'm not sponsored by these guys, so I wish they did. That'd be dope. But cauliflower rice. I got cauliflower rice. Costco sells it, so you can get it there. But this has been a lifesaver. This entire bag here is only 60 calories, and it makes a mound of food. I don't know if you guys watch any of my lives I had, not my live, but my stories on Instagram. So go watch those stories. But literally, this entire bag is 60 calories. Two of these is 120 calories, right? So I have this, and then I have like steak. So my fridge this is basically my fridge right now. The freezer. So if we're gonna take a little yonder in here. So we have another kind of cauliflower rice. My bad, let's go this way. You got another thing of cauliflower rice, broccoli, ground turkey, ground chicken, and I'll make the ground chicken and turkey, and then I'll mix it with the cauliflower rice, and you get a pile of food like this, and it only ends up being around 400 calories for me. So for those of you who are like not as big as I am, it's a lot of food, and then you just learn how to like actually, when you go through prep. Every time I go through a prep, I learn a lot more about what kind of foods I can eat that I can keep myself satiated. So if you're not even in a prep and you're just on a diet and get yourself down to a good, body fat, I recommend stuff like this. Replace some of the rice for cauliflower rice. How do you season it? Easy. Put like I do. I basically do this seasoning here. I'll do. This is like my absolute favorite. This, and then I'll put some soy sauce as well too. You need some salt, some sodium in your diet, so don't be like, "Oh my God, sodium! Sodium's awesome. You need it." Not many people even get their proper sodium intake. So if you're a big sweater, you're training a lot, you need sodium in your diet. What food's better for your skin, for acne? Stuff that's not very oily. So don't get if you have very oily skin, you don't want to eat a lot of very oily foods. Like so, stay far away from like deep fried anything. If you're gonna you know, oil anything, I would use like a Pam spray, whatnot. Boom. Here's let's do this. So check this one out here, right? So try this for sure. It's at Costco. Costco also makes another type of cauliflower rice where you have it in the freezer. So it comes in these bags. Whoa. So it comes in these bags. So you basically take either one of these. This is your broccoli, your cauliflower. So you take your cauliflower rice, put it in the microwave 5 minutes, pull it out, and then I put it in the. I have a little pan over there. I'm gonna make it after because I'm starving. I'll make it at the end, so because when I eat, I want to eat in peace. I don't want to be talking while I'm eating. But basically, this and this, you can have this in both of these entire bags, and it will be under 120 calories. Or you can have basically two of these bags, and then add your meat or whatever. So when it comes to like, when you're looking at, you know, whole foods, you don't have to stick to like, I know some of you guys are probably using Greg's cookbook or not, which is good, but I like to have a mix of both. I like a mix of, the cookbook food and then actually whole foods. This is this is my daughter's actually, and I need to get rid of this because it's like delicious. And the Oreos, let's stay out of there. Anyway, so that's a good way to do things too. Another thing too is like this. Now you guys probably seen the popcorn, obviously, and most of you guys don't see. Frozen veggies are fine. Frozen veggies are completely fine. So, any of you guys are like, oh, it's fine. Don't let people think otherwise. You can, if you have frozen veggies, you have it longer. It can last a lot longer than you know buying them fresh, which is good to buy fresh. Like if you're gonna buy fresh, you gotta eat it a lot quicker. Vector is amazing. Like I can't, Vector. Yo, get out of here, Richard. Get me off topic here. Either way, so you know, I would say like any kind of vegetables you have that you buy from the grocery store, or whatever, cook them, eat them right away. I like doing that. I don't like having veggies sitting in the fridge because eventually they go bad very very fast. I'll show you that guys after. Anyway, um, now this again, we're gonna go to popcorn. Now this is the right kind of popcorn, right? In Canada, if you're in Canada, Superstore sells one. It's like a butter flavor one, the same type, but it's actually 170 calories. This is only 150 calories for 60 calories for an entire bag. And to be honest, when you cook this, not all the kernels actually pop, so you're not actually eating 160 calories. I don't. Well, so like the supplements I take to help with my TRT is basically like I eat good whole food, but then I'll have, we'll do stuff like, I make sure I have, fish oil. This is one of my favorite fish oils to have. I don't know if you guys have this brand at all, but that's good. Um, probiotics. Those are like two things I have all the time for sure. And then like digestive enzymes. And then, when it comes to like TRT, you're looking at like your liver. If anything, you're looking at taking any kind of anabolics, whatever. It's mostly your liver that you want to take care of a lot, which is like basically making sure you get your water intake. So hydrate a lot, right? SARMs, anabolics, peptides, even like if your protein intake is high, water, right? So yeah. So here's another thing. Now, for some of you people out there who are like, I don't like aspartame, blah blah blah. This is dope. Greg showed me this the other day. I was over and he's like, have you heard of Swerve? I'm like, Swerve, Swerve. This is a sugar replacement, which is really good. It's dope actually. It's got erythritol in it, so you're getting like that, carb, not carb. You're getting the carbon, the fiber in this to actually like kind of reduce the amount. So in this, you're actually getting, if you look at this, I don't know if you guys can see. Know if you guys can see what this actually says. But you're getting 0 calories. But here it says 4 grams of carbohydrates. But then it says 4 grams of erythritol. So that's going to kind of like minus negative out. So if you guys remember that whole debacle with Remington James and him kind of trying to talk about the erythritol, not really knowing, that's why you basically have. That's why you can have the 4 grams of carbs and the 4 grams of erythritol in this, and then basically cancel it out. Then you get 0 calories. And I like this. It's not as strong as something like sweetener or sugar twin, which I love sugar twin. It's not as sweet as it, but it's just as good. But again, if you need like a sugar replacement, here's a good one here. Yeah, I'll get onto that. We'll get onto that in a sec for sure. So we'll get onto the supplements after. 'Cause I want to leave that to the end for you guys. But these have been some of my biggest things right now in my prep that I have. Now, if we're looking at like bread, so you guys talk about like just breads and whatnot. Breads are fine. Just shut up. If anyone's gonna waste the time talking about like how bad bread is and whatnot. Eating rice, you can eat bread. This is the bread I use for some of my recipes that I use. It's only 150 calories per 2 slices. So I'm gonna give you guys, write this down, okay? Write this down. This is a delicious recipe. It might sound weird, but I'm giving you guys gold, okay? So I have my grilled cheese egg breakfast sandwich, okay? Now I got to add to it. So Greg's protein, I got a sample of Greg's protein, which is absolutely delicious. It's a half casein whey mix. What I do is, and I'll make it for you guys right now, actually. So, and you guys are gonna go bananas when I do this. All right. Okay. So here's a couple things. So we have our PB2 right here, right? And we have our protein from Greg. So what I do is I'll take this and I'll weigh it, and I'll try and see if I can do this here for you. But we'll go like this. Yoink. There you go. So what I'll do is, and we're trying to remember again, we're trying to like keep things very low calorie dense. So the best thing about it is you just gotta know how to count. If you can do basic math, you can literally have an easy, sustainable diet. Because when you can count the calories, you can actually add up a lot of food. So what I do is I put this on here, weigh it out. The actual measurements for this for a full serving is a tablespoon. You're getting 60 calories per tablespoon. I'm not going to put that much in there. I'm just going to put enough to put on a piece of bread. So right there, the 1.5. Let's just for sake make it a little bigger. So we got 5 grams right here, and then we're going to put Greg's protein in here, and just enough. So we're getting 10 grams of Greg's protein and 5 grams of the peanut butter mix. A little bit of water, because you want to make it into a paste, right? So we're going to go like this. Mix it up nice. If it gets too dry, add a little bit more water, but you want to be able to, spread on a piece of bread. So here you go. So we're going to mix it up. This is an unbelievable recipe. You guys are going to be like, yeah, right. Yes, this is my high functioning pothead in me that can do this. So here's our paste, basically our mix. This is, if you look at the calories for a scoop of protein, it's 130 calories for a scoop of protein, 60 calories for this, and I only use 5 grams. So do the math on that. So we take this, and then what we do is we grab our bread. Just want to make it a mess. So you guys are gonna like literally take this recipe and run with it. Trust me, just trust me on it. It's gonna taste good. I know I'm dieting, so things taste really good to me, but this will taste definitely really good. So I'm not even gonna use this entire amount. I'm just gonna use enough to spread on the bread, right? So here you go. We spread it. We have a little bit of like a chocolate peanut butter. So the flavor for Greg's is chocolate peanut butter. So you got a chocolate peanut butter right there. And we're gonna use the other side here. I still have enough of that left. So we're getting like literally probably like 20 calories for this entire amount that I'm putting on the bread. So a little more. And again, you just gotta be able to count your calories. That's about it. Just simple, basic, addition. That's it. All right. So here's our piece of bread. Now I'm about to blow your minds real quick. Okay. So here you go. Just got a 50 sheet hanging out here, right? Let's move that. Now, for you guys, here's the cheese slices I use. The Kraft fat-free cheese slices. It's 25 calories per one slice of cheese, right? You guys are like, what you about to do with that? Watch. I'm gonna take one slice out. There you go. I'm gonna put it on, and there you go. Now we got to make this a grilled cheese. So here's my tips when you're doing like grilled cheese stuff at all. Here's my favorite spatula. Of course, it's in the sink. Whatever. All right, spatula, and then here's Becel. So for you guys who want to replace butter, Becel, 70 calories per 10 grams. So what I do to make sure that I don't get all of that is I'll weigh my spatula. It's 86.5 grams, and then I'll take a little bit of this out, and so we have 80. So we have 95. So I don't want that much. So I'm going to take some off. There you go. So we have less. So we have half of the amount of butter on here. So of Becel. So what we're going to do is, best thing we have a spatula is you can actually just spread it over and use enough of it for both sides, right? So there you go, that side and this side, and we're basically done. All right, now we're going to toss this on. I'm going to go on the stove, turn it on, and then there you go. I'm making this. I'm telling you, this tastes absolutely amazing. So if you look at the calories I just put on there, those calories basically are, let's do that. There you go. So you're looking at this right now. You have 150 calories for the 2 slices of bread. Okay. Then you have 25 calories for the cheese. That's 175 calories. Okay. And then with the mix, let's just say there's 25 calories, 200 calories for this entire thing, right? All you do is that and slap it on there, wait till it cooks up, and you have a peanut butter grilled cheese sandwich. Peanut butter chocolate grilled cheese sandwich. That's how I come up with some of my recipes. So pretty easy, pretty basic, pretty simple. So that's what I've been doing. These are like my go-to, things for snacks, or that's how like this is how lean I'm getting, and I'm eating like this. Now it's a combination of whole foods, stuff like this, popcorn, the protein-sicles, all that. Johnny make grilled cheese with cheese, whiz, and peanut butter. Yeah. So there you go. So that's gonna cook a little bit. I'm gonna flip it over, cook it back, and then there you go. So again, now look at my fruit. My fruit game's on point. So I do, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, all those berries I like to have because they're high in antioxidants. So you're looking at like what's going to help me stay healthier. You want to get fruits that are, it's got high in fructose, but you're still getting good fibers and antioxidants for digestion and whatnot. Yeah, so that's what I've been kind of doing this entire prep. Am I answering questions? Anyone in there want to answer questions for me, or I'll be. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I'm trying to do this and talk and at the same time and answer questions, so I don't want to ignore any of you guys. But again, I got to stop and say thanks. So what about snacks? So that's a snack. That's a pretty good snack right there if you want. You know what I mean? Um, Now another thing too is snacks. If I'll put together a snack, I like doing the proteinsicles. Proteinsicles are freaking amazing. Very real basic recipe, but what I'll do is I'll make the proteinsicles. I recommend getting these kind of what do you call it? Ice trays, because they got little silicone down here where you can just plop it out after. And I make about 4 trays of these, and it equals about to around 8 grams of protein per proteinsicle. So you can basically mash this whole tray as a snack. It's hot in the summertime. You have something, cold and delicious to eat. I don't want to give the entire recipe away too much, but yeah. So anyway, I right now have a 200-calorie recipe sitting on there right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have that with this. So you got 200 calories plus 160 grams, 160 calories of popcorn, right? So let's just do that right now. Because I actually have not eaten since this morning. My first meal was at 7:30 this morning. So I'm gonna turn that off right now, and then I'll show you how I make the popcorn. I'll show you some sweet tips on how I make this popcorn delicious. So I don't know if Greg's ever done this before, but I've done a lot of things with this. When we used to live together, obviously I'm the one that's hitting the green a bit, and I'm coming with some clever ideas. But here we have our popcorn. 2 minutes inside this. All right, now I got to show you a couple things. Now, when it comes to like making veggies delicious, I recommend, if you guys do, get an air fryer. Literally, get an air fryer. You can make, when you're reheating stuff up, it comes out delicious again. When you're just cooking right away, oh, what happened here? Go back. Cancel. Um, no, look, I'm a pro at this. He ain't burn no grilled cheese, guy. You see that? That's perfectly golden. You understand? I've been doing this for too many. I can do this. Wait, I'm about to burn my hand trying to do this. Anyway, let me take a little break before I'm gonna let you guys chit chat for a minute. So, questions. Let's just talk. We'll talk about supplements in a second here, but it ain't burnt. Give me a break. Much delicious. So popcorn's popping. I want to bring some other stuff though. What are some other things I have that I need to? But I'll tell you, if you guys aren't good at all, like cooking, very basic stuff to make yourself a really good cook is to just have like good basic seasonings that taste good. So I do recommend getting seasoning like this. Don't there's some seasoning out there that you get a protein, at the supplement stores that are like, get this, and they cost like I'll show you. For instance, this stuff here, I haven't used this in forever. Legit was like $12 for like one of these. This is $12, right? Current purpose. What is humanity's purpose? I don't know. That's one of the main reasons. It's a weird question. Somebody answer that question. You just had a donut. I enjoy that donut, man. Look, but the thing is, look, if you eat like this, if you understand how to like count your calories and do right eating, you can have other things here and there. I just would rather not, because for the sake of it, I'm not getting a lot, right? I didn't decide to. All right, so popcorn's done already. See how fast I made that meal just talking to you guys. Popcorn's done. Plop it in here. And then we're going to lightly spray And then guess what? We're gonna use some swerve. We can get our swerve on. Say that. Get my swerve on. So just like this. There you go. And just to make it even better, I like to add some cinnamon to mine. So let me show you what we got here. So now that this is done, I do a little bit of mix it around a bit, and there I have a sweet cinnamon popcorn to have with this. Now check this out. Watch. Look at that. How look at that. Unreal. Right? That is what's it, 200? This is 360 calories. This entire thing is 360 calories. Right? Oh. So just like that. I'm gonna put more cheese. I got the cheese and I got the spread together, mixed together. It makes the mix all what do you call it? Symbiotic relationship we have with the cheese and the protein. You tell me I don't love cheese in this? Look at that is all right. So that's basically what I've been eating. Is this in between it's one of my snacks, and then I'll have again I'm not just eating like this. I'm not just eating a bunch of you know pros foods. I'm eating here's my I love haddock. I make haddock in the air fryer. This entire thing here is under 200 calories because haddock is very, very low in calories. It's very, very lean. Mostly all white fish is extremely lean. And then I have my pre-made. This is my sweet potato. My sweet potato paste. What I do with this is I make sweet potato, and then I have to mix it up, and then I put cinnamon and the swerve in there too, and it makes it like a sweet potato pie almost like flavor. Again, low in calories, low calorie dense food. And then also here's my steak. Now when it comes to eating steak, steak's high in calories, a little high in calories, a little more fat. But I get a lean sirloin steak. But when I have this, that's when I'll have about 200 grams of 180 grams of this, and then I'll have two of these, and I have a mound of food. Now, if I decide to have that steak and then put rice in, that rice, I'm not eating. I'm not eating like maybe half one of these. Like I'll show you I think I have a rice one in here somewhere. Maybe, maybe not, but we don't. Good. But the rice, the minute rice, for one bag of minute rice ends up being 200 something calories, right? So you're getting, like I said, just simple math. I'm getting a lot of food for a very low amount of calories. And that's basically what I've been doing this entire time for prep. I have my breakfast meal is probably two of these little sandwiches, or I'll have, um, I might have haddock and like when I make haddock in this or broccoli or whatever, it tastes amazing. Now, I'll give you one tip on broccoli, okay? I hate broccoli, cannot eat broccoli whatsoever. The only way I can eat broccoli is by baking it or putting in the air fryer. So, really easy tip, write this down. Get your broccoli, basically broccoli, put in a bowl, like a tiny bit I'm talking a tiny bit of oil or even spray, less than a table, like a teaspoon. And then I put on this. If you don't have this, salt and pepper it as much as whatever you like to your taste, and then bake it 15 minutes. I put it in the air fryer, or before I have the air fryer, I have a convection oven like that, and I can eat broccoli all day eating it like that. So that's what I've been doing basically for my diet, and that's how I've been able to get this lean and not suffer. When you're low calories no matter what. Doesn't matter. It's when you're low calories at my level, it's tough, but it's not that bad meal to meal because you're eating a lot of food. That makes sense? Uh, I'm doing the Tampa Pro in 5.5 weeks. So yeah, leave it over here. Almost done. So and supplements, guys. So um anyway, so supplements, guys. I'll kind of give you what I've been doing right now. Update right now. I've been doing 100 milligrams of testosterone, 25 milligrams of a Winstrol inject. I'm doing only 100 milligrams of testosterone every 5 days. So I'm not doing every other day. I'm doing 100 milligrams of test and enthate every 5 days. 25 milligrams of Winstrol every day. 20 milligrams of GW every day, right? And then I am adding in T3 on the weekend, only 25 micrograms. We produce 12.5 micrograms of T3 on a daily. I'm doubling that to help out with the fat burning because, again, I'm using that now. Like I'm going to use that at the time that I need. So there's no point in me using certain fat burners and whatnot to help me with fat later down the road because I have enough energy to burn the fat. This is for just competitors only. I'm not talking to anyone. We're talking about just doing your diet and getting in a deficit. What I said prior to this is what you can use and do to help with fat. Um, yes, I have tried. Oh yeah, I tried everything as air fryer. I've put everything you could put in the air fryer in an air fryer. So yeah. And then sorry, doing 25 milligrams, sorry, micrograms of clenbuterol every single day. So at 5 weeks out, which is this weekend, I'm going to add T3. Then I'm going to add um, Proviron, and then that'll be it. Then the last 3 weeks, I'll add in a peptide called HGH-Frag, and that's helps with like fat burning. You can only really use it 3 weeks out, but that's what you're basically doing. I'm only really aiding more of the fat burning effects at the time when I need because when I'm at the end of my prep, my energy level is a lot lower. I'm not, there's not much of a pep in my step. I'm not really like, I'm more dragging ass than anything else. So that's when I need a little bit more help at the end, pep in my step. I just said that again, pep my step. So that's basically what I've been doing. That's how I've been able to get this lean so far. So, for you guys that are watching, if you guys are just looking at just getting in shape and just ideas of how to pick some foods that are very like low calorie dense foods, there's some ideas right there. For those who are thinking about competing, maybe this is what I've been doing. This is how you can eat. You don't have to go with the old ideologies. And digest enzymes are great to use, 100%. Um, but honestly, to be honest, like if you're eating, a good amount of, veggies, some good, fibrous foods, fruits with like good antioxidants, those will help out anyway. And then drinking a lot of water, but having digestive enzymes definitely is a benefit. So I definitely am definitely fine with that. Um, my go-to again when it comes to overall supplements to keep me on the healthy side of things, fish oils. Here's like 100% fish oil, fish oil with high EPA, um, digestive enzymes, probiotics, and then obviously when it comes to other micronutrients, vitamin C, vitamin E, some of those things that you can't really get from foods as much. I like to get that in you, but again, that's what you want. That's what I do to keep myself as healthy as possible in this. Should you take protein powder for sure? Protein powder is just protein. Let's get this out of the way. Protein powder is just a very convenient way to get in calories, right? And but I would definitely suggest not having protein for every single meal, right? I want to have, protein every once in a while, like maybe one or two shakes if you're making the shake form. I'm using my protein for my um, I'm using my protein for proteinsicles for what I just made for my my grilled cheese like that. But I'm not having an abundance of shakes. I'd rather get my protein from meat, from eggs, from fish. That's a lot better. It has a lot more nutrients in there. But again, there's nothing wrong with having protein. As long as you're in a deficit, you will lose fat 100%. That's all it is. Calories in, calories out. Now, if you can see what I'm doing when it comes to calories and calories out, I had my overall calories, my deficit is very optimal, and that's basically what it comes to is how good, like if you want your deficit to be optimal, you want to have a good mix of, foods that I just showed you. Good, whole foods, good whole food vegetables, good whole food meats. And then, like, adding other things. I'm not saying, my suggestion would be to not only eat stuff that's processed, right? Our bodies have adapted to a lot of stuff. So it's not, there's nothing wrong with having bread. There's nothing wrong with having certain, popcorn, stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. You just want to make sure you have a good mix and good balance of both, right? That's that's my biggest advice for that. And then again, making sure that you have something that is very, making sure you're getting the micronutrients in like that to keep yourself going, right? So let's give yourself 5 minutes. You guys want to ask some questions real quick because I was just talking. I don't want to make sure you guys have just I want to make sure you guys can have a little bit of floor and we can chit chat. So because I'm a vegetarian, in fact my muscles aren't getting well. Vegetarian, the thing about being a vegetarian is you have to get a lot of your proteins from a wide source. Listen, I got no problem with people being vegetarians. Like there's whatever diet you can follow. But you got to make sure that you get in all the nutrients you can get in. So when it comes to people who are vegetarians, it's you have to be very um very like, aware of how many other protein sources you have to grab from vegetable sources, right? So that's the only not I would say downfall, but that's the only I would say objective is really trying to find the full spectrum of amino acids through a wide source of vegetables, things that aren't meat. We're for the workload split for there's no real workload split. Workload splits are not gender specific at all, and that is a big myth. Everyone has goals. Like if your goal is to put on the most amount of muscle you need, it's the same for a man. Be in the gym, train your muscle twice a week. 10 to 6, 10, 10ish or 10 to 20 reps per muscle group. That's the entire muscle group. That's the entire chest, the entire shoulder, entire back. You know what I mean? There's no gender specific workout. So if you want to know anything about that, guys, jonni.shreve.com. So make sure you guys go to my site, jonni.shreve.com. My sale ends in 5 days. July 5th, my 15% off of my packages ends in 5 days. And so make sure you guys go to jonni.shreve.com. What's to say? Oh, let me go back to that. If you start to lose weight and build muscle to stand out, yes. Yeah, you can definitely lose weight. Yeah, 'cause I love how there's a wider range of people who are beginners and advanced in this feed. So it's good. Coach each other up, man. Iron sharpens iron. Keep things going. That's awesome. How much muscle can a natural athlete expect to gain in a month? A pound, 2 pounds, maybe, depending. It's a genetic thing. It all depends on how. It all depends. I mean, guy had a big conversation about this. It's very very genetic. It's very genetic specific. Some people can put on more muscle faster than others. So there's way more variables for that question to I don't know a lot more to know just generally I would say 2 pounds in a month maybe as a newbie, right? If you're on a cut, should you lower your calories or on rest days? No. When you're in a cut, I get this question all the time from my athletes. When you're not training the next day, you should eat the same amount of food because the day you're not training is the day your body can just relax and heal, and it still needs fuel to heal. So you don't have to dip your calories because you're not doing much. Now, if you have like a protein shake after the gym, you can dish the protein shake after the gym because you're not in the gym, but everything else is keep the same. Um, what's the sweet spot before you check your weight scale when trying to just sweet spot? I don't know what you're talking about. Excuse me. Don't be rushing here. I saw 150 grams is tough in the next 2 days. Nervous but excited. Yeah, I mean, like as long as as long as your doctor's recommended it, or you are not a early 20 something year old or teens, like if you're gonna do anything like that at all, if you're thinking about doing it, just be smart. Understand that once you start, you're not gonna stop, and you don't want to, mess things up in the future. I hear a lot of people say, "I don't want no kids when I'm older." Shut up. You're gonna want them down the road, guarantee. But again, when it comes to having kids, that's very genetic specific again too, right? Couple more to go. Protein schools count. Does the protein shake count as one of the? It does. Everything you put in your mouth counts as a meal. Just because it doesn't have other macronutrients with it doesn't mean it's not a meal. Every calorie you put in your mouth is considered somewhat of a meal. A small meal, a snack is still a meal, right? Best tips for bulking: don't bulk. But honestly, like, find your maintenance and then slowly add calories week to week to make sure you're not. Listen, when it comes to putting on muscle, you're not going to put on muscle anywhere near as you can put on fat. You can put on fat way faster than muscle. So the fat to muscle ratio isn't 1 to 1. It's not like you're going to put on a pound of muscle and a pound of fat at the same time. You'll put on more fat faster than muscle. So that's why you want to increase your calories very, very slow in a linear um, rate. I would just say just just take bulk rate out of take bulk out of that. Because when people hear bulk, they think I got to eat a lot of food, and again, it just results in you eating too much food and then getting fat. All right, one more minute, guys, and I gotta go. And guys, any questions? I'll keep these questions on it because I'll use them for an actual Q&A to answer. So if whatever I didn't get to, I'll put them in a Q&A. I got tons of questions, so just get it out. I used to 100 calories on yeah, it's a lot. All right. Thoughts on Kirkland protein bars? They're amazing. Those are good. They're a really good source of food. They're like a really good snack for sure. I used to have those all the time. I don't like them on prep because for me, when it comes to being on prep, if I have like stuff like protein bars, Vector, those are things that are like, oh, it's healthy. I can have some of that. Stuff like Oreos or junk food, I know that there's not a chance. So, just be careful when it comes to, protein bars. You can add those calories up real quick. Two of them bars, 440 calories. That's not a lot of food for some. For me, it's not. The best training split for newbies, I would say get in the gym at least like 4 times a week. Train one muscle group once a week just to get yourself into understanding how to move properly and everything else. And then once you have better form, understand your body more, then we can add in more days and then add in more exercise. But stick to the basics first. Don't try to, you know, do everything at once. Just try to get yourself in the gym consistently at first, and then work on your form, time and attention, understand your body movements, and that. Testosterone does help for sure in losing fat and weight 100%. That's a big question. Leave this question in there, guys, because I gotta go. So I really appreciate you guys coming by and watching this. For the guys out there who are looking at competing, those who are not doing want to compete at all, just want to get in shape. Hope these things helped you out. If you want more information, all guys, jonni.shreve.com. Go to my site, book a phone consult. We can chat at the end of the phone consult. If you guys want to go with coaching or training, whatever, 15% off, guys. Anyway, I gotta go. Sorry, I really want to stay longer, but I can't. I gotta get shit done today. But I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys so much for actually, supporting me and getting this channel to where it is. A lot of things are going to be happening in the next bit. That's going to make this channel even better and give you guys a lot more information for beginners to advanced. So again, I appreciate you guys. We got 5.5 weeks out to bring it home, and we're gonna work our butts off. Anyway, guys, appreciate you guys. You know how it is. Iron sharpens iron. Progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.